Have you ever tried to assemble a dresser without really looking at the manual or sort of like just skimming through it? And then you realize later on, darn, I made this big mistake early on. I have to deassemble it and start all over again. It's a little bit the same thing when people say, I don't have time for coaching. It's like, I don't have time to read the manual. Let me just get to work. Last week, I had a coaching call with a client who said, Ramona, I bet I saved about 5 hours last week of stuff that I would have done myself and gotten myself into it if I didn't have that coaching conversation with you 2 weeks ago. The reason is that in the past, something will come on my desk and I would just tackle it or I would react in the moment. But because of the topic that we discussed at that time, and because of her actions that she took after our coaching conversations of planning out, delegating more, canceling certain things that were no longer necessary or needed, she gained 5 hours back in her week. That's 5 hours that she was able to work on more strategic projects. So if we tell ourselves, I don't have time for coaching, training, or self reflection, then this is very short sighted. Similarly, if organizations think that coaching or training is too expensive, let's take my client as an example. She paid me for an hour and she got 5 hours back in her work. So let's assume her hourly rate is $200. I could have charged $1,000 to break even for the organization. And my hourly rate is not $1,000. And that is why studies show that coaching has a 7x ROI. So thinking that you don't have time or that it's too expensive is short sighted. And that example from my client demonstrated this in a beautiful way. And I wanted to share this if you're currently on the fence, if you wanted to make an investment in yourself through coaching or training, or if you as an organization are planning out the budget for coaching and training for your employees. And of course, if you're curious of what coaching or training could do for you, you know where to find me. And there are tons of other amazing coaches and trainers out there that can get you that 7x return for your career.